Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about this Tula 12. Okay, friends, I'm gonna make myself comfortable for this one. I have here my White Barn lavender and vanilla candle that my daughter just purchased from me a few weeks back from Bath and Body Works. Go ahead on and get that lit. And I have my coffee. I had my coffee made, and I don't know if you can see the picture on here. My little pretty girl's rock cup that I purchased from my mom's Etsy shop. So I have quite a few things I want to talk about with this one. I took some notes and we're going to jump into this notebook here. So all of the vegans that want a nice leather feeling notebook and who normally looks into like cloth notebooks, not cloth travelers notebook covers because of not wanting to use the leather, you may want to come in here. And to all of the artists that also love using your leather travelers notebook covers but don't want to get paint on your leather or paint and water on your leather, you may want to come in here as well, because this notebook pleasantly surprised me. So first off, travelers notebooks are basically like a luxury form of filing our notebooks together inside of one system. And this system began back with the Midori notebooks. I remember Midori started back in like 2005, and I remember when Midoris were just hot on the scene, and I really just anxiously wanted to get my hands on my first Midori. So I secured my first Midori notebook and this is my very first Midori notebook, and I really need to do some maintenance to it. This band obviously needs to be changed because it's quite old, but I secured my first Midori notebook back in 2014. So here we are 10 years later, and I have been loving this planning type system. I had little makeshift Midoris before I could afford to purchase my first Midori notebook. I would have like little makeshift style notebooks, but this notebook system has been something I have fell in love with, to be able to put so much into one notebook, plan your life. Taking this right here was a calendar, my calendar, and I still kind of do my calendars on this kind of system still today, my handwritten calendar planning system. But that has been something that kind of really blew up the planner community as far as travelers notebooks. So much so, as far as it has been with me, I have a huge collection of other travelers notebooks. I have here, this one is a Samson leather notebook. This one was like a naked leather one that I got, and I have empty notebooks in here because I took old notebooks out to restart this one. I have here my Chic Sparrow notebook. Love this one. And this one is my Naked Cow, this one was actually my first A5 size traveler's notebook. And just love these notebooks. Same planning system from years ago, because some of these I just haven't picked them back up because I'm using other systems. And then I even purchased this little pocket size because I want to use this as a travel companion. I didn't want to take such a big notebook with me. I thought it would be a nice idea for traveling to have a little pocket size traveler's notebook. So here, this Tula 12 notebook, I secured this notebook on my trip to Half Price Books on Friday. I went to Half Price Books anticipating the 20% off sale, only to find out that I was there a day early, but the items that I picked up, I did not want to put them back because I knew once the the 20% off sale started, the items would not be on the shelf. So this was one of the items that I was lucky enough to pick up. And I was a little skeptical about it at first because, for one, I have always been a lover of real leather planners, real leather traveler's notebooks. But this one, like I stated before, it pleasantly surprised me. So first off, you can see that it is like this cream style cover and with the honeycomb design, the honeycomb patterns on the cover in pink, like almost like I would say a Payne's grayish tone and bits of yellow in it. And this cover has pebbling to it. The pebbling is kind of light on the outside and heavier on the inside. So also the notebooks in here, they're nice. And that was another part of when I first looked at it. I said, well, I'll give the cover a try, but I thought I was gonna just discard the notebooks completely. But I decided to go ahead on and give them a try. Once I think I wrote my information in the front. Let's see. Well, it's just my Gmail, so I can open that. So in here we have the month at a glance, and also, so when you're selecting this this notebook system, because I did go on the site, I see that you select your cover for the notebook, then you select what notebooks that you want inside of your cover, and then there's accessories that you can select as well. So the notebooks that are in this inside of this cover is because the person that donated this notebook, this is what they selected. They selected 4 notebooks. You can select up to 8. You can select 2 if you want to, but the person that originally purchased this notebook selected 4, and it could have been more because if the other ones were written in, of course they're not going to put that with the notebook. So I have in here, there's month at a glance. I'm going to show you the originals first. Well noted, reach your goals, and meal and grocery. So my thoughts on the actual notebooks, they're pretty nice. They are made of what feels to be a cardstock style paper that you would mainly use for like sketching or something like that. But they're nice for just what they're being used for, their templates. And be advised that these notebooks are stark white. The paper in here is just stark white paper for anyone that does not like the stark white paper. But that doesn't mean that you can't still get the benefit of the cover, because there's an array of cover styles. There's plain covers, all kind of decorative covers, and this size, I want to say this may be a medium. being the B6 size notebook, that's another thing. You know, B6 size travelers notebooks are kind of rare to come by. They're not one of the sizes that you see a lot. You'll see like the A5 more often, or you'll see the standard, which is the Midori size that I showed you. B6 notebooks are also one of my favorite notebooks, but I was hardly ever able to get one in a traveler's notebook size, but I always like the B6 size side notebooks. I have quite a few of these SciEx in B6 size because I just love that size. And if you're not familiar with the sizing system, you'll say, okay, how are they both B6 sizes? Because this is a B6 size from paper to cover. This is a full B6 size. And when you compare it in with the inserts, they are the same size. That's B6 size notebooks. The covers are going to be slightly bigger than the notebooks on the inside in order to accommodate for the notebooks so that they won't be damaged. But as I was speaking on these the inserts, they are pretty functional. I do like the system of them. I see how they can work for me. So with this month at a glance, you would spend the entire month on one sheet inside of this notebook, which means that this is, it almost seems like it's more than a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this is more than a year system, because I got to 6 already. A 6 on the other side would be 12. So this would last you for more than a year. Meaning I start this being September of 2024, I would spend my whole month of September here filling in birthdays, top priorities, goals, appointments, and notes. And this can be a sister notebook to your larger planner. So you can do this at a quick glance, fill in important birthdays, occasions, or whatever you have to fill in here, and goals, or whatever you have to fill here. And then this, by you spending the whole entire month in here, and this being what you can throw in your bag, then you can go to your planner, your bigger planner, and take what you have here and jot it down in, maybe on your calendar for birthdays and occasions. You can jot that down on your calendar, and you have your appointments that you can jot down on your weeks, or whatever, however you do your own planning systems. So I like the fact that this is a quick glance, and it will be functional for quite some time. And then we have here, well noted, where most likely with this one I will just take down quotes that I want to remember, or just little bullet points in life that I just don't want to forget. I can take that down, reach your goals. And this one has like a goal tracker where you can set a goal for yourself. Like my sister right now, she set a goal for herself. She wants to do 100 squats per day, which I think that is a good goal challenge to do. So you can put in 100 squats and put the date here and check it off if you completed it. Steps to reaching this goal, what you will do to make sure you reach that goal. So I find that pretty nice. And then This is an insert from another notebook system that I just put in here. This one is self-explanatory. This is your shopping list, grocery list, or whatever, and then you can meal plan here. So I like them. They are they're just straightforward notebooks. They're things that can be done as far as these notebooks. Like I don't have a corner rounder. I may get one, because if I'm going to get the little template inserts to go with these, I would prefer having rounded corners, like how a more luxury style type notebook has. The corners are rounded in most of them. So, and another thing, from what I see, all of the inserts basically look like this. There are some blank. I think they're lined, they're dotted, but the paper is basically the same. So if you want a more functionality for something that you can use for journaling, then you would have to add in different little notebooks. I would advise you just add in some different little notebooks that you prefer to use. And these are another notebook that I just pretty much purchased because they were on sale for, I think, $3 a pack for three in the set. So I did just purchase that. And another thing I want to mention, I kind of did a jump band system to add these extra notebooks in here. I'll stand it so you can see. So I used a rubber band for my jump band. I will get more. I will get some actual elastic jump bands, but I did use a rubber band for my jump band. And because these elastics are quite thin, I decided to put the rubber band on two of the elastics, and I went ahead and jumped in the original notebook here and one here at the back, and then with the included elastics, I put these two notebooks on the original elastics here. So this system can hold up to 8 notebooks. I have 3 here on this band, and you can see this elastic is a little kind of loose to me, and I may go ahead on and put this band here to make it feel a little more secure. That's another thing I may eventually do, is change the elastics to a stronger, more heavyweight elastic. I put this charm. This is actually a keychain. I took the big ring off of here, put a small ring on here, and hung this keychain on here because New York is one of the places that I do want to visit. But I may take this off because it's a little heavy for this notebook. But the way that this is structured on a spine allows for you to have such a heavy notebook system in here. And B6 is honestly a really nice size for writing. If you're more comfortable with writing in an A5 because you feel like you need more writing space, B6 can pretty much suit you. So I'm using this one. I do have my own phone. I'm using this notebook for my reading notes, and the way I have this set up, I am starting the Essential Gothe. I am reading from this book, and you can see it is pretty big. So the way I am organizing myself with that is I'm reading the Italian journey in there, and I have the author that I'm reading from. I have I have the author of the book, then where I'm reading from. It starts on page 751 to 866, and I'm reading from the book The Essential Gote. I put where I checked it out from, and the fact that it is a library book, and I have my start date here, and then I will put my finish date when I'm finished it. I'm putting my words that I'm collecting from the books, and I have other stuff that I need to add in there. But another thing I do need to mention, as far as things that you can get with this planner, well, I did not mention that they are a 6-pocket system, and the pockets mirror each other on both sides. So you have your large pocket at the front, medium pocket, and then a tiny pocket here, and the elastic pen loop, which is perfect for any traveler's notebook. And then here, this is some of the items that are available on the site, which did come with this book. You have the corner tabs to label the notebook so that you can see it at a quick glance on the side. There's stickers. There's guide stickers here. This is a important dates card here, and this is just an old calendar that's no longer functional. And another thing I wanted to mention, as far as the cover itself, showing you those stickers, these come in, there are even some that are just plain in color, and I've seen in some videos where people have actually put stickers on the cover of their notebook. Now, with leather notebooks, most people don't want to put a sticker on their leather notebook cover, but there's stickers that you can add to the front cover if you are a heavy sticker person. I'm not really a heavy sticker person as far as putting stickers all over my stuff like that. I prefer the pristine look of things, but that is another option. So overall, I just feel like this is a really nice notebook, and when you have something this size, it makes a really nice travel companion. It feels really good in the hand, especially if you are a person that likes chunky style notebooks. I think you would really have to enjoy having a chunky style notebook in order to appreciate this one. But I'm going to tighten my band because this one is kind of loose. I thought that once I added some extra notebooks, it would tighten a little bit, but I will tighten the band myself so that it can close a little tighter. But this is, like I said, this is the Tula 12. I am glad that I ran across this notebook. So far, I am really enjoying it, and this will most likely be my new companion as far as bringing it to work with me. I think I'm going to start using this one and for all of my quick dashboard stuff. And like I say, I can come home instead of carrying this, and whatever I'm writing down in here, then I can just use this as a desk planner and start taking my notes in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed, if you have not seen this one, the introduction to this notebook. And until next time, thank you so much for watching.